G'day everybody. In this video we are going to learn how to calculate the summary statistics in an Excel spreadsheet. So summary statistics are the mean, the median, the mode and the range, and we've got a data set here which has recorded the temperature in Regent's Park in January. So I can see because it's presented in a table format that I do indeed have 31 scores, but you will remember from previous videos that when I highlight a bunch of cells here and go down to this bottom menu, I can see that Excel always tells me how many cells I have highlighted, and I do indeed have 31 scores. I can also use Excel to type stuff out, the mean, the median, the mode. This is no different from typing and putting in some nice borders and things like I would in a Word document. I can change the color of the font, I can put the background colors, but what I'm really here to do today is to show you how we can use Excel more powerfully. And that's when I press the equals button. I can use it as a calculator. 100, take away 60. I can press enter to get the result in that cell. I can do the same with multiplication. 5 times 2, we know it's 10. But we're still not using Excel to its potential, so let's delete that. I want to use the formulas that are already embedded into the cell and into the Excel program. And again, I press the equals button to do that, and I start typing in a formula. For the case of the mean, there is none that we have here called mean. I have to know that it's actually called the average. And as I start to type it, a bunch of other options come up. And I want to check the definition here. Returns the average or the arithmetic mean. Yes, that's what I'm after. So I open up the brackets. And I could start typing in all my scores one at a time, but what would I do if I had thousands? I'd be here a long time. I may as well use a calculator. We want to use Excel more powerfully by referencing the cells that our data is in. In this case, cell B6, and I can drag my mouse all the way down to cell B36, and I can do that much more quickly and with no errors. Excel looks up what's in those cells, and when I press enter, it returns the result of 29.43225806. I can go up to my number toolbar up here to increase the number of decimals, or in our case, reduce it, leave it in as one decimal place, and I can expand or make my column narrower should I need to. I can even center the information in there as well. I'm going to move on to the median now. Press equals and I start typing. The median, yes, returns the middle number of a given set of numbers. I read that definition to make sure that this is the formula that I'm looking for. And I could, again, click and drag those cells, or I could type them in. B6 is my starting cell, colon, down to cell B36. Now you can see I've typed in B35, but I can use what Excel has highlighted as a visual tool to notice, oh, I need to either drag this down to 36 or delete the 5 and type in the 6 to reference up to cell B36. Closing my brackets and pressing enter, I get my result. Now, it's possible as our data set gets very large that I will have more than one mode. So when I type in my mode formula, I see that there's this multi-option that comes up. So just in case I have more than one mode, I'm going to use that. So I'm going to continue typing it in there. Uppercase, lowercase doesn't matter. Open up my brackets and put in my cell references, B6 to B36. Close the brackets. And there we have it, just as I suspected, there is more than one mode. If I don't want them to go down the page, I do have an option for that your teacher can show you in class when you clean up your spreadsheet. But I'm just going to leave mine here for now and center all my data. Okay, we just need to do the range now. Typing in the text there. Unfortunately, an Excel spreadsheet won't find the range, but I do know that the range is equal to the highest score, or my maximum score, take away my minimum score. So I'm going to use the functions for max equals max for maximum to extract what my maximum score is, and equals min for my minimum score. Close those brackets, and now I can find the range. Now I could type in equals 37.9, take away 21 and press enter, but that's still not using Excel to its potential. And if one of these temperature scores changed or was adjusted, my range would not adjust if I did this. So I want this spreadsheet to be smarter than that. I want to reference my max score, range is equal to the max minus the minimum score, and press enter. And I get my range of scores there. I'm going to put everything in the center. And what you can see now, if I was to change this first temperature to just say, I'm just going to put 50 degrees in there, I want you to see what happens to the range when I change that to 50 and press enter. The range and a few other things change as well because my maximum changed. If I'm going to just undo that. That score's gone back to its original. If I hadn't have done this, if I had written the range as 37.9, take away 21, so that's the way I've typed it in. That's where I've got the cells referenced there, cells E10, take away cell E11. I clicked up in this formula bar up here, and that highlighted the cells I'm referencing. Now when I change this score for the moment, you will see that only the range that I referenced those cells changed because the value of the maximum score changed. In this cell over here, I've still got what I typed in. So we can see from this the value of using Excel to its potential. I'm just going to get out of here by pressing escape and undo to get that original temperature back. Now I'll delete these things I don't want. I'm going to clean up my my table here. I might write the heading, summary, statistics. I might make my heading bold and put a outside border around that, and I might put some all borders around here. What I want to remember though is that this second score here for the mode is a mode. So I'm going to take away this internal border by going more borders, take away that middle one for that one, and I could have highlighted and done this at the same time, but I didn't think of that. More borders, take that one away, and now I can see that I do have more than one mode. And there you go, we have found our summary statistics in an Excel spreadsheet.